All right, guys, before we dive into this video, don't forget our Black Friday $30,000 mega marker giveaway is live right now. For every $50 you spend on the website, you get an entry. No limit to entries, and go to lonewolfpaintball.com. What is going on, guys? It is Tony from Lone Wolf Paintball, and today we are talking about the brand new HK Army Sonic Loader.
And why? Because who's the best source for paintball?
Mark, of course, it is lonewolfpaintball.com. But before we jump on into this video, don't forget, head on over to pbswagbag.com. Use our code LWP10 to save 10% off your first monthly subscription. It's a mystery monthly paintball bag. Items you guys always need, so check it out, pbswagbag.com.
It's a mystery.
It's always a mystery every single month, so use our code LWP10. So back on track. It is the brand new on the market HK Army Sonic Loader. Let's take this bad boy right on out of the box. First, we're going to talk price point. Right now, it hasn't been solidified, but it will be under $100. Probably one of the better loaders out there for under that price point. But hold on, we're going to have to shoot it first, right, Mark?
Yes, sir.
We're going to have to find out if it's going to hold up to the name.
We're going to endure the freezing cold of a Michigan winter just for you guys.
That's exactly right. Yeah. We will do it just for you guys. So we'll set the box on off to the side there. So this is it. I'm pretty sure this is taking over the previous version of their speed. It still has the same internal speed components, except it does have that upgraded H-board inside. Look at the actual outside of this bad boy though, super sleek. I like it. It kind of, Mark, does this remind you of any other hopper out there? Kind of its own.
Yeah, it's kind of its own. I mean, it has elements that remind me of like the Spire, but then also a little bit of the LTR. But it's its own thing still. So I like
100%. Well, a lot of those hoppers out there, once you get into like kind of like the higher end scene, they're all going to slightly resemble each other, no matter what it is.
They all look like footballs.
That's it. It's all little mini footballs. So let's break on into some of the components. Like I said, these are going to be under $100. Right. First thing I noticed first, lid right here. You are going to see that this bad boy, it's a push button here. I don't know how well you can see that on camera, Mark. So we're going to pop that on off. It's going to be a push button lid. It's going to take any of the Spire 3, Spire 4 speed feeds. So I have a couple on the table here. So you've got that SFR by Virtue. You've got the NTR by Bunker Kings. You've got HK Army in that all aluminum speed feed. And then you have the Crown also by Virtue as well. So this will fit any single one of those. I'm going to throw on the SFR real quick, Mark, just to show you and prove you that it fits. So obviously once you get that lid off, we'll worry about that later. We're just going to clip it in, and there you are. Super, super easy. That button to install there. So we're going to clamp that on, and that speed feed will definitely fit the hopper. I do like that. It's a nice little addition to having just the one push button instead of bringing out screwdrivers or Allen wrenches to kind of get your speed feed installed. Simple push of a button. So I do like that. Like I said, any of these other ones will fit it. So I'm going to throw the lid back on for now, and let's crack into the shell and see what's on the inside.
What do those speed feeds run? Like a range? You don't have to give me each individual price?
Anywhere from like $25 up to $50 some. Just depending on if you want an all aluminum, if you want a fancier one. So you can definitely get in the cheaper range with the rubber one. All right, so you want to see how this bad boy cracks on open. There's a little latch right here in the back. Pull that latch up, and then the top shell will come on off. I do like this. A couple other hoppers out there already have this technology, obviously. But if you guys break paint on the inside of your hopper, simply pull that latch from the back, and then you guys can get in there with a microfiber cloth, clean this bad boy right on out. Easy breezy, hit it with some water, dry it off, call it a day. Main components of this bad boy. So right here in the front, it has a little yellow sticker. It says push forward. So this is a removable tray, no tools needed. So I'm simply going to slide forward, and this tray should pop right on out. So you will notice here, tray comes out super easily. The inside of the shell, once again, if you guys got super nasty, muddy paint in there, you guys could easily take some water or a rag and wipe this out and be done with it. Just make sure not to get any of the electronic components wet. So top shell and bottom shell, once your tray is out, you can easily clean those out with some water and wipe them out. I do like this, under $100. It comes with a spring ramp already. So this bad boy right here, so obviously if you're having trouble feeding paint, this spring ramp's going to help you get down into the drive cone and feed it efficiently for you guys. Speaking of this drive cone, I believe these are rubber in here, so that way it's not going to be hard on your brittle tournament paint. This hopper will feed 22 plus balls per second, and like I said, we are going to be shooting this, so stay tuned. We are going to find out. We're going to kind of test its limits and see what it's got. Flip side here. Once again, I think this is great. So this thing operates on one 9-volt battery that's gonna slide in right here. So grab your 9-volt, and even on the inside, Mark won't be able to see it, but it does have a plus and minus sign on here, so it obviously tells you how to get the battery installed properly. So your 9-volt's gonna click in there, and this hopper is supposed to be smaller, lighter, faster. Like I said, it does have that upgraded H-board in it too from the previous model. So this bad boy is on. Let's slide the tray back on in. We're gonna wanna go front in first into the bottom so it locks in place. See it click in there. And then on the bottom here, Mark, this is gonna be your power button. So it's one touch on and off. So if I wanna turn it on, press the button, it turns on. And say if you guys ever do get a jam within this hopper, press this bottom button twice and it'll automatically feed for you. So you can obviously hear that on my microphone, or you can just see it here. If you get a jam in there, press that bottom button twice and it should help unjam any of the paint that you have in there. So we'll throw that top shell back on.
So does it have eyes like some of the other hoppers?
That's what I was gonna show you. So here, it's got a little ribbon. So there's a little ribbon that hangs there. If it does not sense any paint, this hopper is going to feed to help get it going. So every time the ball is in there, it's gonna be feeding. So there's like a little, let me actually see if you'll be able to see it on your camera or not. Yeah, actually you will be. So see that ribbon?
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yeah, just your fingers.
So that is pretty much their eye system. It is that ribbon. So when paint's in there, it's gonna feed it and keep it moving. And this was on their previous model, the Speed. So it's been tried and true. A lot of people actually love that loader, but HK Army figured it's time to kind of to upgrade and kind of make something new and hit the market with it. So yeah, it's just that little ribbon. And every time it senses a ball, it's gonna spin and help you feed. So other than that, I'm gonna keep the battery in there. Let's throw this bad boy on the scale, Mark, and see what it weighs.
Did you by chance say what the capacity was for this?
I did not. It is a 200 round hopper. Ooh. So it's a 200 round capacity feeding 22 plus balls per second.
Suck at 180 capacity hoppers.
Right, all right, so let's throw it on the scale here. It does have the 1 9-volt battery that it needs to operate already inside, and we are looking at 13.5 ounces, less than a pound this hopper weighs with a battery inside. Obviously it's not full of paint, but still, yeah, they claim smaller, lighter, faster. It's definitely smaller. It is definitely faster at that 22 plus, and under a pound with a battery in there, I mean, you can't complain about that, not at all. So this is the brand new HK Army Sonic Loader. And Mark, before I close this out, is there anything else that you would like to know about this bad boy?
Can we take it outside now and go shoot it?
Yep, let's take this bad boy out. Stay tuned, guys. We're gonna go shoot it. It is lonewolfpaintball.com. All right, guys, yes, it is raining and it is freezing cold, so we're half indoor, half outdoor. Cameras and stuff won't get damaged. We're shooting the HK Army Sonic like promised. Let's do this. Turn that bad boy on, and let's see what this thing has got, Mark. So I did put this bad boy on NXL ramping at 12 balls per second. Obviously, clearly can keep up with that. It's rated at 22, a little bit more, and we're going back inside because it's way too cold. All right, Mark, that's it. Let's go back inside. Woo!
Brr.
That was sick, and it was freezing cold out there, guys. I hope you liked the shooting video. This thing definitely kept up with whatever we put after it. These are available on the website, lonewolfpaintball.com. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.
Sick H, woo!